The human body is organized to heal itself. You're in the kitchen, you cut yourself so it heals. Or you burn yourself, you have a burn from an iron or whatever you're touching that's hot, and you get maybe a blister and it heals. The body will heal, except when you damage the body's ability to do so. And that is called the chronic disease. And the so-called chronic diseases are by definition incurable. And that's where the Gerson therapy comes in. There is virtually no chronic disease that's incurable. Because the body is curable. You're not treating a disease. You're restoring the body's ability to heal itself. And that's the key to healing. And it doesn't matter whether people are in the 4th grade melanoma or whether they have pancreatic cancer. It is curable. It is curable. And I'm uncomfortable to have to say so, but chemotherapy has been thoroughly researched. And it is useful in some cases. It truly is. I'm not denying it. But for instance, in Australia, they have tested over 10,000 patients, and they find that chemotherapy, chemicals, has been effective in helping them in about 2% of the cases. That's not good enough. While with the Gerson therapy, and this is important to keep in mind, the clinic in Mexico gets virtually exclusively terminally ill patients. When you have a bleeding or you have a pain or you find a lump or something like that, you panic and you go to your doctor. You don't go to a little clinic in Mexico. You go to your doctor. And you know what the doctors prescribe: chemo, radiation, and surgery. As a matter of fact, that's chemically prescribed. But cancer is not due to lack of chemo drugs. Okay, I have a wonderful book. It's in our library at home. The book is good. It's interesting. The best thing about the book is the title. It points to exactly what is wrong with modern medicine. The title reads, "The cure is in the cause." When you understand the cause, you understand what's wrong, and you can heal. Okay? So what's the cause? The cause is nowadays our altered nutrition. We're not eating fresh foods, living foods, raw foods, nutritious foods. We're eating canned and jarred and pickled and preserved and frozen and bottled and stuff. It's not food. Animal proteins are not the normal and good food for the human body. When a doctor tells you, hey, you're emaciated, hey, what you need is you need more proteins. What's in your mind when a doctor tells you proteins? You're thinking of fish and chicken and steak and meat and eggs, right? Wrong. Animal proteins do not belong in the human body. Our bodies are not designed for meat eating and animal proteins. Our teeth are the grinding teeth of vegetarians. Our stomach has the stomach acid of vegetarians, not of meat eaters. We don't have enough acid for digesting meat. Our intestinal tract is the intestinal tract of a vegetarian animal, the long tract, in order to extract all the nutrients from vegetables and from fiber, which is more difficult than the meat. But the meat and chicken and fish and eggs don't have fibers, so people are constipated. Now you're eating toxic stuff, You're eating salted and chemically treated foods, people and animals that have been injected with pesticides and fungicides that are toxic, and it stays in your long intestinal tract because you're not getting fibers, you're getting animal things that have no fibers, and you're not functioning normally. In order to function normally, your body is equipped with all kinds of healing mechanisms. You have an enzyme system, you have a hormone system, you have mineral balances, you have you have organ systems that help you and organize your healing. You have an immune system that gets rid of toxic stuff for you. But those systems need to be treated normally and correctly, or they won't work. And if you do enough to damage those healing mechanisms, the healing systems that you're born with, that your body has and contains, if you damage those healing systems long enough and badly enough, you're going to come down with a chronic degenerative disease. It doesn't have to be cancer. It can be diabetes or arthritis, it can be fibromyalgia, it can be a million other things. It doesn't have to be cancer. However, it works the other way around. When all the systems do work, when you're nourishing your immune system, your enzyme system, your hormone system, your mineral balances with the proper, correct nutrients, vegetarian, fresh, living, organic vegetables, when those functions are intact, cancer is impossible. I repeat that. When your immune system, your enzyme system, your hormone system, all your minerals and balances and organic organs work correctly, you cannot have cancer. It's impossible. There have been teachers now, recently, only about like a year and a half ago, right here in San Diego, Dr. Mark Hyman talked about the new science, the new diets. What did he talk about? Changing your diet. What did he talk about? Vegetarian. He was right. Did he mention Gerson? Never mind. That's quite all right. As long as he's healing, as long as he's spreading the right ideas, I'm happy. Okay, that's good. Because the book I have written, it's available on the desk over there, is really, it's not a takeoff, it's an update to my father's book. When my father finally, by 1958, was able to treat terminally ill cancer patients and have as much as 40 to 50% recoveries in those patients. Now, mind you, terminally ill means they are dying. They're usually sent home to die. Doctors tell you you have 6 weeks, or you have 3 months, or maybe even 6 months. Okay? And those are the patients he saw. And in many, many cases, up to 40, 45%, he was able to get cures. And that doesn't mean 3 months or 6 months cures. It means at least 5 years. Some of his patients were still alive only a few years ago, 40 and 50 years after they had been Gerson patients terminally ill. Just recently, we celebrated 4 of our patients happened to have had their 30 years anniversary of recoveries from terminal illness, 3 of them for stage 3 and 4 melanoma, 30-year recoveries. Biopsy, absolutely firmly established. We never do our own biopsies because being accused of cheating and lying. Yeah, that's what they know how to do. That's why they think everybody else does. But we don't do that. We use their ideas. We use their test results.